days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So opening drive, third down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
looking to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Back there! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, landing!
They'll run it now out of the gun. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Gun! Gun! Good gun! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Patriot! Patriot! Set! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! All right, now, over! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnston. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's third down. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Third down. Johnston. Hard throw. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And now running right through it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Handoff to Abdullah. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Johnston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Dodd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on third and long. Johnston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a handoff looking right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, 9 yards to go. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard, Detroit. Detroit. Switch. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Johnston. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
To throw on third down. Johnston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Fournette, a first down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
All right, here we go.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Johnston. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to walk. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
No, check. All right, here we go. Green, 30. No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Back there, not Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Johnston, and that is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air on 2nd down. Johnston, he's going to find his running back. It's complete. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue landing. All right, now, watch it now, Barney. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now let's go.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Hurry up, here we go.
They run a draw here on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 25. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mitchell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Fournette running right. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Let's go. Back that Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Here's Myers now to kick it away. So here come the Lions now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Set, 3-19. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Set, green, 39, green.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bryan. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 48-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's fourth down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, number. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, Jack, Patriot. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Jaguars getting set to go. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon.